that's better.
Yes.
Direct from Atlanta, Georgia, Angela Denise Davis. She's a musician. She's a musician, she's a teacher, she's a preacher.
Whoa.
She's a graphic artist, she's a filmmaker, she's a creative director of Nova, which is a national organization of Black lesbians on aging. She's a podcaster, and she is here to talk to us about music that is near and dear to her heart, to talk about it and to sing it. So please welcome Angela Denise Davis.
I don't know how many of you all are from the South.
Yes. Yes.
But in the South, we have something called collard greens. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can put hot sauce on it, some cha-cha on it. You can even put salsa. And one of the things I've learned about collard greens is kind of like what we just experienced with Telenovela. When people prepare a plate before you, it's always a gift, be that be food or sound. One thing about collard greens you should know, somebody had to plant them, somebody had to pick them, somebody had to clean them, somebody had to cook them, and then somebody else will put a bowl of collard greens in front of your face. And all you got to do is eat them. All we had to do was to sit and enjoy that beautiful music of Telenovela. And that is the gift of music. When someone works hard to put something together, it is a blessing. So wherever there is an opportunity for you to enjoy live music like we just experienced and which we will continue to experience, be grateful.
Yeah.
And think about that bowl of collard greens of sound they have put in your face. All you got to do is eat it. You don't know all the work that went before that bowl was placed in your plate. So I'm grateful for Telenovela, for the work, and grateful for people like Judy Graboyes. You know Judy Graboyes. There is nothing, and I shouldn't say it in her presence, there's nothing I wouldn't do for Judy Graboyes. So when she called and asked if I would be willing to share some music with you today, what could I say but yes? Yes, I had such a wonderful time here at Rossmoor a few years ago when we were here, and it's a blessing. And I'm also just excited to be here with my Nova family, our founding director and executive director, my beloved Marianne. We have Nova members Edith and Latanya, Renee, her wife, they're here. I have my sister musicians who played with me, and I remember and reimagine ukulele ensemble along with Judy and Edith. That would be Liz and Ann. My beautiful cousin, Charlotte Parker, is here with us today. I have my San Francisco family, Judy, and Lisa. I have 4 Judys in San Francisco. And I have you beautiful people of Rossmoor, who I've fallen in love with since the last time we were here, and sitting next to my new friends, Shirley and Elliot, is just such a beautiful reminder of what it is to be in the presence of people who love music, who love justice, who love protest. Now, Judy told you I'm a preacher, so of course I had to say all that. And I'm going to tell you something else. I am blind. I can't see you, but I can hear you. And so, don't act like you don't know. You know when it's time for you to sing. I'll be doing some zipper songs, and a zipper song is where you have the lyric and the next verse you just change one word. And the rest of the words are the same. So you'll catch on. And when I look at you, I expect you to sing with me. Because we're going to continue enjoying this big old pot of collard greens of sound this afternoon. Fanny Lou Hamer, Fanny Lou Hamer, Fanny Lou Hamer, Fanny Lou Hamer. Bernice Johnson, Reagon, Bernice Johnson, Reagon, Bernice Johnson, Reagon, Bernice Johnson, Audrey Harriet, we wade in your waters. We wade in your waters. We wade in your waters. We wade in your in your waters, wade in your waters, wade in your waters. Everything's gonna be alright. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Everything's gonna be alright. Who's that child I see in blue? God's gonna travel water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. Everything's gonna be alright. Wade in that water. Wade in that water, children. Wade in that water. Everything's gonna be alright. Who's those people all dressed in red? God's gonna trouble the water. Look like the people that Harriet met. God's gonna trouble the water. You know now, wade in that water. Wade in that water, children. Wade in that water. God's gonna trouble that water. Looked over yonder and what did I see? God's gonna trouble the water. Looks like a country fighting for democracy. God's gonna trouble the water. You know now, wade in that water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Hold on a little while longer. Hold on a little while longer. Hold on a little while longer. Everything's gonna be alright. You know, fight on a little while longer. Fight on a little while longer. Fight on a little while longer. Everything's gonna be alright. You know now, sing on a little while longer. Sing on a little while longer. Sing on a little while longer. Everything's gonna be alright. Preach on a little while longer. Preach on a little while longer. Preach on a little while longer. Everything's gonna be alright. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on singing. Keep on marching. Keep on talking. Keep on preaching. Keep on living. Keep on writing. Keep on looking. Keep on loving. Keep on marching. Walking down the freedom lane. I grew up in Wichita, Kansas. And I had an aunt. Her name was Artisy Wade. And I never come on stage without ancestors with me. I don't need to see them. I can feel them. They're in me, they're in my music. Sometimes they're in the audience because they're in you. Because you have ancestors like I do. It's the kind that Marcy, who would say, every time we would want to do something, she'd say, "My baby, whatever you do, you get an understanding." We would want to go out and go across the street to somebody's house and we come back and we'd be upset because there was a fight or something. And she'd look at us. She said, "Baby, did you get an understanding?" And of course, we hadn't gotten an understanding. And in this country now, I think if Marcy would hear, she'd look at some of us and say, "Baby, whatever you do, you get an understanding about the times in which we live, where we are, and the work we are called to do. And the work you are called to do this afternoon is to sing for me. Because because I can hear you. And I know you can sing, because I was sitting next to Elliot, he was just singing his little heart out. So you and Elliot and all the rest of y'all want to sing with me. This is a song that when I first heard it, I was just mesmerized by it. It's by Marcy Marxer. If you know Kathy Fink and Marcy Marxer, yes, I bring them into the room because they are just incredible musicians who have held the line, been consistent about bringing out bowls of collard greens to communities across this country with their music and their teaching. And Marcy Marxer wrote this song, Find a Little Peace Along the Way. And it's a zipper song where all I'm going to do is I'm going to change the first word. And with that, that means that you are going to sing with me because you know the verse. All you're waiting for is that call and response where I give you the first word. Act like you're in church, synagogue, mosque, wherever you sing. Sister, lay your head down. Sister, lay your head down. Sister, lay your head down. Find a little peace along the way. Find a little peace, a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way. You got it? One more time. I'm going to do it so you can feel it. Sister, lay your head down. Sister, lay your head down. Sister, lay your head down. Find a little peace along the way. Find a little peace, a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way. Well, we can go on wrong with that. Y'all are beautiful. All right. Now you know I'm going to sing it for all the way now. Immigrants, lay your heads down. Immigrants, lay your heads down. Immigrants, lay your heads down. Find a little peace along the way. Find a little peace, a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way. Teachers, lay your heads down. Teachers, lay your heads down. Teachers, lay your heads down. Find a little peace along the way. Find a little peace. Find a little peace. A little peace. A little peace along the way. Children, lay your heads down. Children, lay your heads down. Children, lay your heads down. Find a little peace along the way. Find a little peace, a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way. Because we need it. Old dykes, lay your heads down. Old dykes, lay your heads down. You know you need rest. Old dykes, lay your heads down. Find a little peace along the way. Find a little peace, a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way. Rossmoor, lay your heads down. Rossmoor, lay your heads down. Rossmoor, lay your heads down. Find a little peace along the way. Find a little peace, a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way. peace, a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way, a little joy, a little love, a little joy, a little love. Find a little rest, find a little rest, find a little grace, for the mercy, find a little peace, find a little peace, a little peace, a little peace along the way. Ain't seen me proud. Y'all got to understand me. I love doing songs from the canon of Negro spirituals. They're not African American songs. It's not traditional folk music. I'm very particular to call them by their name of Negro spirituals. I was listening to an interview that was given a couple of years ago, and the woman was interviewing a woman who was a singer, a black woman in London, and the interviewer was white, said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to say this, but Negro." And she went on to, "Why are you sorry to say the word Negro?" It is a factual part of the world in which we live, that at one time we were colored, Negro, black, African American. But to specifically talk about a Negro spiritual means that you have said it in the context of Africans and African Americans who lived in this country during a time where we thought it was totally appropriate to enslave people. Just like now, we think it's totally appropriate to enslave people a different way and then lock them up and fly them to different parts of the world they never even lived in. But that's a whole other conversation, isn't it? That's for the concert this evening. But I'm intrigued by what these Africans and African Americans who were enslaved, not born slaves, who were made slaves. People who were enslaved, they sung these songs, like the one I'm going to sing. People who had no peace, yet they envisioned and put into the sonic space this idea of having peace like a river. People who rarely had joy on the outside, but who understood that joy is an inside job. So they had joy like a fountain. People who were not considered to be lovable, lovely, love-worthy, but knew because they were put on this planet with air and blood in their bodies, that they could extend into the world love like an ocean. And so if you've ever encountered the song Peace Like a River and sang it around a campfire, it may have been one of those songs that people carelessly sing Kumbaya and don't realize the dirtiness of it. I say with music, especially Negro spirituals and other types of folk music, you need to keep the dirt on the roots so you can understand where it comes from. You need to know where it was planted and when you plucked it out of the ground, that it wasn't just some simple song about having peace, love, and joy. But in the reality of my world, when I was not given peace, joy, or love, I'm declaring it. And so when you find yourselves, as you remember and reimagine The power of Negro spirituals. When you find yourself in a place where you ain't got no peace, you call it into the room. When you find yourself in a place where despair seems to be the only cloak you can wear, you go into the inside and bring up some joy. And it feels as if you are alone on this planet. Imagine love. And let this song call you into a place where you live and breathe all of those things. And then you extend the ground, not only beneath your feet, but the ground underneath all the other places you walk into the world, because you will be peace, you will be joy, and you will be love. Like a river, I've got peace. Like a river, I've got peace. Like a river in my soul. I've got peace. Like a river, I've got peace. Like a river, I've got peace. Like a river in my soul. Okay, we can do it together. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. You know I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. couple of songs I'm going to sing are from people who understood how music carries forth in memory. And the first one is a song that Sweet Honey the Rock did. I remember, I believe. And the second one is Playing Reagon, Los Gatos by Guthrie. And both of these songs talk about memory. One of the things I do at Zambi Nobla, shameless plug, is I produce the Zambi Nobla podcast. And a couple of weeks ago, I interviewed a young woman who was a scholar, a writer, filmmaker, and activist. And in her bio, she said that she was a practitioner of complete stories. Yeah, right. A practitioner of complete stories. And when I read that, I was moved. I mean, there's so many other accolades in her bio. But in a time and a place in the world where we choose to tell incomplete stories, I was struck by someone whose bio talked about being a practitioner of complete stories. And what this music does, the music of Sweet Honey the Rock, Bernice Reagon, Guthrie, Pete Seeger, it helps us to tell a more complete story about who we are in this country and the continued fight for justice that we all have. And the complete story is that the visibility of LGBT people during Pride is not just about them or us being visible. It's about the visibility of every other marginalized group. Because when you fight for the visibility of one person, you are automatically fighting for the visibility of the person standing next to them, to the completeness of their stories. Bernice Reagon says, I remember, I believe, I don't know how my people survived slavery, but I remember all the things they went through and all the ways that they embodied peace, love, and joy, and I believe. Guthrie talked about, you're just going to have the name of Deportee, but Tim Hernandez, some 6 decades later, who was thinking about this story, came across a clipping of the plane wreck of Los Gatos and said, why is it that these 28 migrants are not named but the 4 white people who part of the crew were? In order to make a more complete story, Tim Hernandez and others rallied with him to get the names of those 28 individuals who died in that plane wreck, who came to the United States to work in the Bracero program. That was a part of something the United States did in the 40s in order to get more farm workers, with soldiers and everyone else going off to war. But they had no names in the newspaper, the New York Times, when it said the story. And it took 6 decades for that story to be made complete with those names. Which means some of the work we are doing today, it may take 6 decades for all this freedom and justice and protesting we do now. But we have to stay committed, and we have to remember and believe that our work matters. I don't know how my mother walked her troubles down. I don't know how my father stood his ground. I don't know how my people survived slavery. I do remember, that's why I believe. I don't know why the blood still runs in my veins. I don't know how I'm ready to run another day. I am still here running, I believe. My God calls to me in the morning dew. The power of the universe knows my name. Gave me a song to sing and send me on my way. I raise my voice to justice, I believe. Hate 'em, I hate 'em, 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 hate 'em. Ooh, hate 'em, hate 'em, hate 'em, hate 'em, hate 'em. I do remember that's what I believe. I do remember that's what I believe. The crops are rolling and the peaches are rotting. The oranges are piled in their creosote dumps. They're flying them back to the Mexican border to pay all their money and way back again. Father's own father, he waded that river. They took all the money he made in his life. My brothers and sisters came working the fruit trees. They rode the truck till they broke down and died. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita, adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride a big airplane. Oh, they will call you Deportee. Some of us are illegal and some are not wanted. Our work contract's out and we've got to move on. It's 600 miles to that Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, like wrestlers, like thieves. We died in your deserts, we died in your valleys, and died in your plains. We died beneath your trees and we died in your bushes. Both sides of the river, we died just the same. Goodbye to my one, goodbye. Jesus and Maria, you won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. Oh, they will call you Deportee. of lightning, it shook all our ears. What do we call these friends, all scattered like dry leaves? The radio said they were just deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our good orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? That verse catches me. Is this the best way we can grow our good orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruits? They're scattered on the leaves and they're ripe on the top, so just to be cold. Deportee. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita, adios, nice amigos, Jesus and Maria. You don't have a name when you rock that big airplane. Oh, they will call you will be. J as in Jack, 1924. C as in Charlie, A as in Apple, 2026. D as in deportee. We are more than just a number. I love this song because I love the blues, because what the blues does in our culture, you can say things in one way when you're saying something else. You can be talking on somebody right to their face and they don't even know it. Or you can be making love to someone right in that front row and they don't even know it. And so when I listen to this song by Sunhouse, it makes me think of what does it mean to live in a nation that consistently grins in our faces. What it means to be parts of organizations and institutions that grin in our faces. Have relationships, friendships, where people grin in our face. And if you're not familiar with that term, grinning in your face, don't you mind people grinning? Have anybody heard of it? Don't you mind people grinning in your face? It's familiar with the, it reminds me of the Negro spiritual Scandalize My Name. I gave my preacher my right hand just the other day, and just as sure as I turned my back, she scandalized my name. It is that history of people in this country knowing that people will smile in your face, but just as surely as you turn, they not only will scandalize your name, they're going to stab you in the back. Don't you mind people grinning in your face? Don't you mind people grinning in your face? Always keep in mind, a good friend is hard to find. Don't you mind people grinning in your face? You know your mama will talk about you, your brothers and your sister too. They don't mind all the work you've done and where you are. Always keep in mind, a good friend is hard to find. Don't you mind people grinning in your face? They'll grab you round and round. They'll shake you up and down. But soon as your back is turned, they'll crush you down. Always bear in mind, a good friend is hard to find. Don't you mind people grinning in your face? Don't you mind people grinning in your face? Don't you mind people grinning in your face? Always bear in mind, a good nation, a good family, a good friends, a good people is hard to find. Don't you mind people grinning in your face? In your face. In your face. Again, remember the words my mom, Marcy. They begin to understand. We've gone through a lot of conversation today. And you know your assignment. You have an understanding that when you have an opportunity to sing in community, you sing. When you have an opportunity to play your instrument, you play. When you have an opportunity to show up in support of all of that, you come. Because this is how we change the sonic environment in this country. In the civil rights movement, what would happen when the sheriff would walk into a meeting and black folks were there strategizing, organizing for a march, somebody would lift up a song. And they would sing the sheriff down. But many years ago, I was in an Appalachian church. White people, Kentucky. The preacher talked too much, somebody would get up and they'd sing the preacher down. Just don't sing me down. Don't get in there. We got one more song. But it speaks to the power of music that you need to sing these walls of racism and homophobia and heterosexism, classism, ableism, ageism down.
Here, here.
And all you got to do is to lift up your voice and be accountable. That's all. We'll close with this. Ooh. If only I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning. I'd sing it in the evening, all day long. I'd sing out danger. I'd sing out a warning. I'd sing about love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land. Well, 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 well. You know I got a hammer. I got a bell. I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, the bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my sisters and my brothers. All over this land. Danger! Thank you.
Does weddings and bonuses.
So nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you as well.
You go back to Atlanta?
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. You ever come there again? Yeah. I'm sure it hasn't changed that much.
They still have that thing that
Underground, it's not really populated much anymore.
it's interesting because the mayor at the time was black.
Yeah.
It was really a good place to be.
Yeah. It was. It's still a pretty good place to be. Yeah.
I wrote part of my dissertation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was really special, wasn't it?
That was great. Yeah, this is really nice.
I never talked in French. That's my favorite language.
Oh, wow. Very good. I know how to say a few words. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Right? Comment allez-vous?
Je vais bien, merci. Et vous?
Comment bien?
Je suis très heureuse de vous rencontrer. Très heureuse de vous rencontrer. Mucho gusto de conocer.
I want to learn Italian.
Hat mich sehr gefreut, Sie kennenzulernen in German.